My name is Carl,
My name's Oscar,
and this is Who Would Watch This?
where we review bad films and decide who would watch this.
Well, apart from us. Well, happy Halloween! Woo!
Oh, it's a spooky little
It's
session.
a spooky episode.
However, I think we're going to be like 5 days. So make sure if you listen to this, stop, wait for Halloween, and now it's spooky! Carl,
Boys becoming men. Men becoming wolves. Spooky, scary.
Carl, what are we going to be talking about today on this
Today
spooky little day?
we are talking about one of the scariest, spookiest films we've ever reviewed on the podcast. That's right, this is going up against The Heretic.
Yeah. Is it? Which is scarier? Both... Yeah. What are we doing?
Blumhouse's Truth or Dare currently has an IMDb rating of 5.2, a Rotten Tomatoes rating of 16%, and a Letterboxd rating of a crisp 2.0.
It's alright.
Yeah. Oscar, what's the plot?
A harmless game of truth or dare among friends turns deadly when someone, or something, begins to punish those who tell a lie or refuse to dare.
Ooh,
Are
spooky!
you shitting yourself already? Because I am.
Man, I am constantly afraid of very generic campfire games, so I can understand why somebody would invest in this plot and story and characters.
God.
Oscar, thoughts on Halloween? Are you a fan?
In Australia, it's a bit low key, isn't it? I always think
nobody
it's
does it.
daylight savings, so bright.
Yeah.
No one has any
Couldn't be
decorations.
less spooky.
I like it. I just wish it was like better here.
I would love to do American Halloween.
Oh,
like,
I'd love
once.
to. Like, even like just like a move to the Midwest just to do that day and then leave. Get the fuck out of there immediately.
But yeah, you got any favorite horror films you want to spew out there?
Ooh,
Insidious, I like.
yeah, Insidious was like, that's one that's like proper scared. I think that's probably,
I remember that frightened me in the cinema.
Genuinely actually, that's probably the one I've been the most scared of.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, for a horror film, congratulations, tick.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I like horror. I'm in this middle ground of like, I don't seek it out, I'll watch it, but
Seen The Shining?
I've started it 4 times. And I've watched the documentary. I just haven't properly finished it. I really like everything I've seen, just have not finished it. What about yourself? What's your horror? Because you're quite a horror connoisseur, would you say?
I wouldn't say I'm a horror connoisseur. I do like horror. I do like slashers. I think slashers are really fun.
Mm-hmm.
I really like The Witch, and I loved Black Swan, which I thought was a really good one.
I really need to see that. That's
I think you'd really like Black Swan. The Wailing, which is a Korean one, which came out recently.
Mhm.
Well, not recently, a few years ago. I thought was really good. The Lighthouse from last year.
Oh yeah, true. I don't even think I forget I mean, it's the director of The Witches, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lighthouse is fantastic.
Which is kind of like unnerving. I think, I feel like I can put it in the horror category, but Bone Tomahawk I think is really good, which is like a Western
horror film.
Yeah, like a Western one, and the horror is just simply like how gruesome like the Indians are.
Yeah.
Like, and just frightening, and how they kind of like take out these like people traveling through the West. But yeah, those are some good ones. Silence of the Lambs, Alien, I guess American Psycho.
Yeah, I had that.
Has some horror
it's
elements.
funny the what's because I don't mind, like, Letterboxd is great for everything. I think the comedy genre is the only one I really hate, because it seems like every film that has a joke in it counts as a comedy, and it sucks. Because I look through my comedies and I'm like, these top 50 are not comedies exclusively. But yeah, American Psycho is fantastic.
Love the Scream films. Babadook's good. Gremlins is a great horror Christmas one that I remember as a kid, I was like, well, that's spooky. Creep, Don't Look Down, I think Your Next is good. The Wreck, first 2 Wreck films are fun. Yeah, there's lots of good ones. Triangle's a really good slasher one that's Australian, that has a really cool concept that I think everybody should watch to support Australian cinema. I wish Australia did more films like Triangle.
Is it similar to Wolf Creek too? Or?
No, it's like, it's essentially they get stuck in like this weird triangular time loop. When they like go out onto like they're stuck out in the waters of Australia, and they go onto like a cruise ship, and there's like dead bodies and stuff, and so they begin to learn that they're their own like dead bodies and things, and it's like, oh, I don't know, there's like a good unfolding of it all,
Mhm.
and I think it's really well. I watched it a few years ago, and I thought it was really good then.
Yeah.
I assume it would hold up.
Yeah, and we love Australian cinema here. We gotta yeah. When it's good, it's good.
Anything that's like slightly different from like, it's the Outback and we're a light-toned family film.
Oh yeah,
And it's Australiana.
just the dressmaker. That's just the only thing that comes to mind. I'm
God,
sure
the dressmaker was huge in Australia. And
Yeah.
I'm like, why? Also has just such a weird death in it.
I've never seen it.
Okay, like spoilers for the dressmaker. Liam Hemsworth like dies at the end, and they're like,
I love it. Spoilers for the dressmaker. Like, someone had it. Like, I'll listen to this podcast.
They're like, deleted.
Well, fuck you.
It's like they jump into like those. You've seen A Quiet Place, haven't you?
Yeah.
You know the corn thing?
The grain silos.
Yeah. It's like a fun thing they do is like, she basically like jumps in and it's like, I think I love you. And it's like, Liam? And it just cuts out. It's his funeral.
Oh my god.
And I was like, why do we have this? Why do we need this? Oh, the dressmaker. Oh god. Anyway, shall we? You got any? I picked this one, I guess.
Yes.
I saw this one in cinemas in an absolutely packed cinema. I think it might have been sold out.
Yeah.
On a Friday night.
Mhm.
The room was a buzz, and then it was full of belly laughs. As I
Yeah.
don't think a single person in the cinema took it seriously, but I enjoyed the experience immensely.
Yeah, I think, and like, funny you say that because I've just disgustingly looked up the budget, and you know what it made? It cost $3.5 million. It made $100 million, and like that's the
Give us the sequel.
Yeah.
I'm convinced that the only reason they go out to like Mexico or something towards the end of the film is to set up a haunted hide and seek film.
Oh yeah.
Don't you think it sounds? They were like, we would play hide and seek, and I'm like, oh, this is definitely going to be a fucking movie.
Oh god, and it's such an easy one. Hide and seek. That's the title.
Yep.
You hide from the killer. It's already written. Oh god.
Hide or seek.
Ooh.
Hide?
Is the Or like their movie trilogy?
Yeah.
The Or trilogy. All right, let's just jump straight into it. Bang, truth or dare. We're in Mexico. Burning woman. That's it. That's the start, and we're thrown into that. Then we cut away from that
We cut to Habitat for Humanity.
by our protagonist Olivia.
Yeah,
She's like a good person.
yeah.
That's what we're meant to
I
believe.
think they really drive home the fact with a very subtle theme of like,
God.
what do good people choose? Their
Yeah.
friends or the not like
or the world.
or the world? Blah 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 blah. Anyway, I think this is where we immediately turn against all the friends when they're like, "Hey, we unsigned you up from Habitat for Humanity."
Oh my god. So she's like, this is like, because they've been to spring break, it's like schoolies, but every year at uni, I assume. 4 years of
I guess
college.
I don't know
Yeah.
how spring break
They've
works.
been going to 3 of these, and they're like, come on, it's our last spring break. You gotta come. What are you doing? Starting your career early? Fuck you. We've unsubscribed you from your career. We're gonna go drink in Mexico, baby.
And so they already drive home the fact they're like, okay, you can either go for 1 week by yourself, or you can go for 2 weeks with 6 people. And she's like, I'll go for the 6 people one. Even though they don't live up to that promise.
No.
You feel like when they'd get back, they'd be all like, are we all going to pack, or have we just forgotten about that plot? And they're like, no, we forgot about that plot.
Alright, let's move on.
We get introduced to a bunch of characters. We've got the dick. We've got the female best friend. We've got the dick's alcoholic girlfriend.
Yes.
We've got the gay guy who has some terrific lines such as, you had me at boys with tools, all poles, no holes, and a handful of others that I've written down that I'm sure we'll get to.
But he's so not gay. He's the most straight gay I've ever seen.
Well, I've seen him in like a handful of other things, this actor, and my assumption is the actor's probably straight.
Yeah.
Have you seen Edge of 17?
Oh yeah, I absolutely.
He's the love interest.
Oh, amazing! Yeah, that's fantastic.
I thought he was a really terrific love interest in that because he was kind of like the shy, not like you know what? He wasn't the loser, which I always thought was really good.
He was just like this middle sort of guy in school.
Yeah, he was just like the shy, just kind of coasting along through like school, which I always thought, which I feel like most people are.
Yeah,
so
and I think it's in movies. It's always the extreme of the like.
Yeah,
and never just like, hey, I'm just a guy.
Yeah.
I don't know if this film was like different in this, but I found that they just said the names a lot, which is great for me because I was trying to write. But in the first minute, I knew all their names, which sounds like a positive for the film, but I don't think it is because they can't just go, "Oh, Lucas, Brad, Tyson, Penelope. Oh, we gotta meet Marky, who's your best friend. All right, and yeah, it felt good on them. I know their names, but it just felt very strange. Anyway, the film, they're in Mexico.
They go to Mexico, we get a nice big road trip. It's also established that the main character, Olivia, has a very successful YouTube channel.
She does. Doing...
Eloquently brought into the plot.
Oh, it's very weird, isn't it? This film, feels so dated, and it's barely 2 years old. Like, the use of Snapchat and everything.
Yeah, it was like Snapchat's surely not. Instagram is what's huge. They stole Snapchat's story thing, and everyone loves an Insta story.
I think young people use very much Snapchat.
Prove it, we're young.
Yeah, we're young.
We're hip, we're cool.
And use Snapchat? Yeah, no. It's the 20s. Those kids don't know what they're talking about. So they do this, weird Snapchat montage. Again, as you said, the YouTube... It's such a weird plot point that they use it.
There's too much going on. I was I felt like such an old man. I'm like, oh, it's giving me a headache.
So many filters.
I was like, it's just the opening. It was weird that it did the horror thing and went to Truth or Dare. It established all the characters, and then it went to a credit introduction. One of the things I noted was the fact that 4 people wrote the screenplay, and I went, yep, feels right.
Yeah, it feels like all right, you do 20 minutes, you do 20 minutes. I'll do the ending. And then didn't do the ending until the last moment when, fuck, I'm just going to write it on the play.
I do like the fact that it is a big cast, because one of the things that does bother me in, horror films that are trying to be a bit cheeky and fun is not having a high death count.
Yeah. Just kill them all. Yeah.
I love a high death count.
Honestly, and I think that's, one of my favorite things about these kind of films. Just, make some awful characters and kill them.
Yeah.
It's so cathartic. Or it's, you've won on both ends. It's scary and it's cathartic. It's great.
So you do realize this is the director of Fantasy Island?
Yes.
Yeah. So, did you do any research for this? Or is there just not much out there?
Not much out there.
Yeah, fair enough.
I was trying to look at, I thought they'd, changed the... Because I saw this... when it first came out, not the actual film, but the trailer, I remember all online they were mocking the faces. Yeah. Those, it's pretty much a Snapchat filter. I think they say that in the film. It looks like a Snapchat filter, which is not great for the film. But he's doing well. These kind of very cheap Blumhouse films. What's the main girl's name? I want to say Lily something.
No idea.
She's jumping in all of them.
Lily Reinhart.
Let's go.
I don't know.
Commit to that.
Olivia Cook. So anyway, when they get to Mexico, this is where we find out that Tyler Posey or Tyler Perry?
No, Tyler Posey. Yeah.
Tyler Posey. Yeah. His girlfriend is cheating on him constantly.
Yeah.
Meters behind him. I'm like, you're drunk and you're there with your boy. Why wouldn't you just dance with your boyfriend?
So that's Lucas. Lucas is cheating.
I'll call him Tyler Posey.
Oh, God, it's so confusing. I've written down all the names. They dumped
I love the diagram you have. You've got arrows.
Oh, because they were so forgettable.
Is that who?
Yeah.
Olivia, protagonist, plus Tyson, Penelope.
It's easy, isn't it? It's made it very simple.
Marky, friend, and then just a arrow across the Lucas. Oh, I love it. I loves it so much.
Isn't that great? I can list them off so quickly. Anyway, as you said, yeah, so...
Change it to Tyler Posey.
Oh, God, it's going to be a mess. Immediately, they are it's thrown in, they're just gone, oh, I hope this doesn't come back. So they start,
they've got Marky's, so many things they
so many things they set up. Marky cheating.
Yeah.
Tyson selling drugs to children. Penelope a drunk. Lucas.
I love how they're like, she's such an alcoholic. They come back at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. She's having an afternoon drink with my boyfriend. Yeah. And I'm like, what are we all alcoholics?
Yeah, just you fucking how dare you.
Yeah, get out, you've got a fucking problem. Then the next time she drinks, her boyfriend's dead. And they're like, you alcoholic. What are you, depressed?
Go drink. Brad's gay. That's his...
I love how they've all got serious issues, and the screenwriter's been like, he's gonna overcome adversity. He's gay.
Honestly, this game is suddenly... Anyway, so yeah, so we're in Mexico. My favorite character shows up, Ronnie.
Oh, God.
I absolutely adore Ronnie. He's immediately starts creeping on Olivia. It's like, hey Olivia, how you been?
He's the slimiest character I've ever seen. The thing that I'd like to point out is he's not even there with any friends.
Yeah.
He tags like, I'm like, did you do spring break alone? Do you
definitely
have
did.
no friends?
No one likes this man.
Oh God, my favorite fun fact about Ronnie is the actor plays Chowder in Monster House. The fat one.
God.
Yeah.
Go him. What a career. His horror career.
Oh, he hasn't done anything since Monster House, but he's killing it now.
He's killing it now.
No, he's in the Goldbergs, and I like him in the Goldbergs.
But yeah, he's so disgustingly, like, sexual to a point where it's just funny.
Oh.
Like, he's...
It's the opposite. Can you imagine if this character was Harden after?
Oh, it's...
Hello! Whoa, who wants to get down on this pole?
And then immediately goes, my cock.
Yeah, I love it. He does innuendos and explains them explicitly.
Oh.
He's like, hey, who wants to go for a tumble in the grass with me? And when I mean that, I mean anal!
It's that. That's his only dialogue. And I went, I hope you live for most of the film. And the film doesn't even give me that gorgeous little...
They're like, hey, I know who we're going to kill off first.
Yeah. He refers to himself as Ron, which I... I adore. Because Olivia meets with this creepy dude named Sam. And they go, hey, come with me.
Olivia's a bit horny.
Yeah, a bit horny for Sam.
Yeah.
And Sam's like, hey, come to this abandoned church of me
So
4
funny.
hours away.
It looks like they walked through the wilderness of Mexico to go to an abandoned church. There's a part where they go through like a wired fence, and I'm like, this is probably where you turn around.
Yeah, this is where you turn... Because it's... Olivia, sure, she's into it, but the other 5 friends are on the fence. So when you're doing a 2-hour walk with a stranger, you're like, I think we're gonna go home.
She's like, do this for me. I need this.
I need to puss.
Ronnie stalks them out there, pops up and is like, hey, thought I'd just follow you guys because I'm in Mexico alone for spring break. Ronnie's the most tragic character.
And he gets his tragic demise.
Oh
right.
God, we'll get to it. I could not be more excited
I'm
to talk
so
about
excited.
this.
So Sam, who is...
But why isn't he just part of the friend group?
think...
What would the movie lack had they not been like, this is our friend Ronnie, half of us like, half of us dislike?
Because my critique was like, I don't think these people would be friends. But if you chuck Ronnie in there, then I've got no idea who likes each other. Because it seems like, I think Brad likes Olivia, kind of, and that's about it.
Yeah.
All of them are just horny or hate each other. But yeah, you're right. Just chuck him in. But also, it does make it funnier because it's great character development.
It's fine. So they get up there. There's an esky.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, everyone, here's a beer. And they're like, oh, we'll have this beer. Should we do something? And he's like, let's play Truth or Dare. And they're like, oh, that game's for children. And he's like, oh, I think it's fun. You get to expose truths. And the jock character's like, oh, it does sound interesting. And I'm like, you just explained Truth or Dare.
Wow.
Did you not know what it was?
Oh, exactly. The premise is like, a kid's game. We can dare and truth things. And they went,
oh, what?
Whoa, okay. Ronnie then immediately gets so horny. He's like, make them kiss.
He's like, shall we make all the women kiss? I was like, calm down, Ronnie. You know what's funny is like this director clearly has like don't you just feel that like Fantasy Island's the same like weird group of people? There's the gay character that doesn't really play into anything.
No.
There's the overly sexual one. Like, this is the same group because I feel like both of these movies have a handful of gags that I think work.
Yeah, there's some of them are really like these don't feel like horror films. There's like 5 those like dun like noises.
Yeah.
But like it's not really like it doesn't have to be a horror film.
No,
it's very
not at
weird,
all.
Isn't it? So
Anyway.
they start playing Truth or Dare. Ronnie gets dared to give a lap dance to one of the males.
And Ronnie's like, yuck!
I don't even want to do it.
He's like, couldn't you give me one of the girls? Ugh, anal.
He's so homophobic, he actually like come back around and he's gay.
Yeah. I'm convinced by the end of the movie, Ronnie and Edge of 17 guy are gonna get together.
But alas, tragedy strikes.
Mm.
Yeah, so...
Tyler Posey strips naked. They out that Olivia's in love with Tyler Posey.
Mm-hmm.
The doctor prescribes students with meds. And then they get to the guy that lured them up there. And they're like, hey, Truth, what why are we here or something like that. And he's like, oh, because I needed you guys to die.
Yeah, clever exposition dump because like you can make it a truth, but also here's the entire rules of the movie.
So then all of a sudden everyone gets a smiley face. And Olivia's all like, what? Whoa! And everyone's like, dude, that guy that lured us up to this abandoned church through the wilderness. What a loser.
Yeah.
Just forget about him, Olivia.
Oh, and then they just go home.
Yeah.
Such a weird...
They just go home. They then don't do the humanitarian thing.
Yeah.
And then we get more exposition when the Asian dude's like, oh, there's nothing worse than being in the closet when your dad's a cop.
There he is. He's a cop.
That's him. That's the homophobic dad.
I've never told him anything.
Oh.
For the next, 20 minutes...
Then they drive home the other thing again, where the douche is like, apparently I was too mean to you up there, so here's a prescription for Xanax.
Yeah. They're really rubbing it
I love
in.
the idea of just, if you're a doctor or a present to people, you're like, here you go. I'm like, he just wrote a note.
Oh, no, but it's on a doctor's pad, which has on the back has
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's...
Because in Australia, they print
stuff
out,
yes,
and then they sign it, so it's much more. You can't forge it.
Exactly. Whereas in this one, in America, I believe it was just on movies.
Yeah.
But there's a pad that doctors have that has barcodes on the back and stuff, so it's legit. But college students steal those and then forge them.
Interesting.
Yeah. So this film again airtight.
Yeah.
So at the moment,
still not an issue, flawless. So Olivia suddenly has what I think is a ludicrous amount of mail. I don't know if you paid attention to how much mail she had. A baby amount of mail.
Right.
She was cradling it and then just had to fish it out with her mouth because both her hands were full and was like, home. And was like, that's a magazine. Just whittled it down and then was like, oh, I got a truth or dare flyer. Looks out the window. There's a homeless man. Ooh.
Yeah.
Spooky.
But she's given, but all that's taken away because she's given him money and been close to him a scene before.
Yeah.
So it's kind of he's not creepy. He's just a homeless guy. We don't distrust him.
Anyway, so my notes that she's got a lot of mail. Blonde chick's dad killed herself.
Oh yeah, pretty much. They were I love it. The first 20 minutes is right, we need to set up everything so quickly. Anyway, so Marky. Close enough.
You wrote them. Where's your diagram?
Oh no, there we go. Marky's dad has killed himself. Shouldn't be laughing. But Carl, I'm going to put this question to you. If your father or a loved one had passed away, do you have a video on your phone that you could watch?
Nope.
No.
I've never recorded my parent doing a single thing.
Maybe we're just unloved kids, but I don't think I have a video that I could rewatch and be sentimental about.
I love my parents, but when they're cooking a fucking dinner, I'm not like, hey,
do a bit.
Do you love me? And oh, these sausages and burgers, am I right? Oh God, I love you. I love you, Carl. I'm gonna keep that for when you're deceased.
And 4 characters have a video of their best friend or close one that they can go back to.
People need to stop having videos of their loved ones, because what it really is, it'd be you rewatching a video of your dad farting.
Yeah.
You'd be like, my dad does thick farts, and then just recording it. It's like, oh, I miss your dad.
Oh God, I'm gonna murder everyone I love because of this video.
Can you imagine? It's just because it's when he comes to life and he's like, I love you, baby, but truth or dare.
You gotta grab my gun.
Why do you keep my gun? It's an airy one.
Oh, and then I think the most we get to the next scene. The most tragic thing happens. Ronnie's in a bar.
I love this scene so much. Ronnie's dared to whip his dick out, and he's 100% on board.
He is so one hot chick.
Oh,
goes, hey, truth or dare? He's like, oh, dare.
He's like, dare, but make sure it's something fucking filthy. I don't even mind. Anal. I get to dare you after for anal.
She dares him to get his cock out and stand on the pool table.
Oh God. And he's like, you know what? I'm definitely gonna do it. Didn't love doing a lap dance to a male, but he loves a crowded bar
where
he's going to expose himself and get into a lot of trouble. Yeah. And a lot of people are recording him. And then as he goes to take it out, a chick at the back of the bar goes, "Seen it before, not impressed." And he's like, "Who is that? Is that Beth?" "No, but Beth said it was tiny too." And it makes him so sad. He like puts his penis back into his
it's like,
pants.
I guess I'll stuff my cock back in there.
Yeah.
But in doing so,
Oh god.
he has not done the dare, Carl. And what are the rules of truth or dare in this universe?
Oh, now you gotta die.
You gotta die.
So he gets the smile.
Yeah.
He tries to walk just off the pool table towards a pool cue.
Mm.
Someone lightly goes, "Don't do that. You'll
Yeah.
fall." What I assume is the demon thanks him and is like, "Thank you."
Walks back around, then
Yeah.
falls off the other
The other
pool
one.
table,
Just
smashes his head.
Smacks that neck.
Oh my god.
Very brutal. I was like, "Ronnie, no."
No, and this is where I was like, no, the film's awful.
Are you kidding? Because it goes from his death to the
my
jock to the
Yeah, so everyone's been sent the video
Yeah.
of him dying. Absolutely, like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
If I recorded a dead body,
Oh,
the
delete it.
last thing I'm
delete
doing,
it in a
you
heartbeat.
delete it in a heartbeat.
It
You
would
don't-
haunt me.
you don't-
I'd already have seen them died. I don't want it on video.
Oh, exactly. But then everyone gets like tweeted about it.
Yeah.
And the angry jock who's been like prescribing medicine after his like, I'm not sure they're friends, but like
Neither do I. I'm
But,
like-
but they're not but they know him. He goes, "Ooh, bad break."
I loved it too, because nobody laughs and he goes, "It's a pool joke." And I thought that's a great line. What a dicky thing to do. And then to explain the gag.
It's a pool joke. You guys wouldn't get it.
I love it. Imagine watching somebody die and being like, "Oh fuck, I just thought
Have I got
the
a quit?"
funniest Here's the thing, I'd probably think of that joke and be like, "I'm gonna hold that in for a year." And then I'll bring it up.
at like a meeting, like, "Hey guys, when he died, I just want you guys to know this was the joke I had. Thoughts would have landed."
Anyway, so before this, did we say Olivia got dared to out Tyler Posey's getting cheated on?
Yes, sorry. So
Right.
she's the first dare because it's going in
Yeah.
order.
Ronnie's the second.
Yeah.
And then Tyler Posey's like, "You're weird, Olivia. You all knew and you kept it from me. Fuck you guys." He comes in, grabs a bag. Don't know why his bag's there. Just grabs a bag.
Just like, I'm leaving. I've already packed.
Yeah. And then he puts in some headphones. And I thought one of the other things that this movie has like dated is I'm like, it's weird just seeing long headphones in films.
Oh, corded
Now?
headphones.
Yeah, I'm just like, everyone's Bluetooth.
Yeah, not a fault to the film, but it is
Is
like,
just like a huge... I just don't see them much anymore either.
No, I use corded headphones
Yeah.
because I'm poor, but
What do you mean? We're in the film industry and we have a podcast.
oh yeah, we should be making I don't know, $400 million a day.
Yeah, that's
around
right.
that amount, but I just still can't afford AirPods.
Did you see that? Because Joe Biden's got his like tax bill out that taxes the rich,
Yeah,
and these people came out and they were like, if you make $400,000 a year, you shouldn't be classified as rich in America. And I'm like, I feel like if you make like $200,000 a year, you're rich.
yeah.
Like
That's the top tax
like,
bracket.
150 is terrific too. Like
We're swiveling into politics
Yeah,
now.
I know, but it's like 400,000
Oh,
American.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, to us, that's so much more
That's
money.
like, I think $1 million, maybe something around then.
Yeah, God.
Yeah. Anyway, we are making that amount of money, and we do not support the taxation.
No, we don't.
No.
Here's what I needed to say.
Yeah.
due to the films that we've worked on, we got paid handsomely.
Handsomely. But if
Handsomely.
if this tax bill goes through, this podcast can't be funded. I'm sorry.
No, it can't. We've spent dollars on these microphones and the software to edit out of the 400,000 we've been making
Yeah.
out the films that we're in. So
If you support that, if you're an American, support that. I'm sorry. This Australian podcast cannot go on.
no, it absolutely can't. Speaking of which, everyone please go buy Triangle. Just rent it.
Our palate cleanser every week is every film we make. Man, you guys gotta check it out. I don't know about you. Great film. 10 out of 10.
Guys, could you please download, buy on Blu-ray the Babadook?
Oh, just plugging. Man, Just anyway, buy some merch while you're out there.
Yeah.
Go nuts.
If you could get Elvis to win the Oscar next year, that'd be great.
Oh
god. Anyway.
Alright, let's jump straight into it. Marky's truth or dare. She gets truthed or dared. She dares, and she has to break Olivia's hand.
Oh no, but before this, Tyler Posey gets dared to say his true feelings towards Olivia.
Yes.
And he says, I've had feelings for Olivia since we met. So this is my take from here. I think, and I'm going to be pointing it out, I think the demon is bettering everybody's lives throughout this film.
Yes.
There are so many times where afterwards somebody's like, I feel lighter.
Oh my god.
I'm like,
right?
The demon's nailing it. It's almost like there's this underlying current of, if you just tell the truth to people, you'll feel better.
Yeah, you listen. I mean, like, other than the truths.
Yeah.
And I think the filmmakers figured that one out because they went, "Fuck, we need to change these rules."
Oh, I know,
midway
right?
through the film, they go,
Is the demon the hero?
yeah.
So, the chick, what's her face? Marky? Marky gets dared to break Olivia's hand. She doesn't want to do it till Olivia's like, don't tell me you're a fucking coward like your dad. And she's like, breaks it. And then the guy, the douchey guy is like, we've got a fucking thing tomorrow. Just see a doctor. And leaves.
Oh, but just remember that scene. Olivia has gone, hey, Marky, break my hand so we can survive, so you can save yourself. Remember that when it comes back when Marky does something shitty.
Oh, after this, the gay dude gets dead. And he comes back and he's like, I just told my dad was gay. I feel great.
I feel light. I feel great. And yeah, you're right. The demon's like, you know what? He's killed off the worst man in the world, Ronnie, the most horniest man. He's killed off. They then
kill off the douche who's giving bad meds to young people.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
a drug dealer.
That's a tick. They killed a drug dealer.
Yeah.
They killed a sexual pervert, a drug dealer, helped a gay guy get the courage to come out of the closet to his dad.
He's fixing this weird triangle of love.
Yep, that's right. Tyler Posey's able to confess his feelings to Olivia. Olivia successfully clears the air between Marky and Tyler Posey.
Yeah.
Like, so far, the demon is like 10 out of 10 on making sure everybody's like...
Lives are better in every way.
Yeah, just having an absolute blast. Anyway, the other thing that I wanted to bring up is I love the fact that this movie paid for Facebook, Google, and Apple.
I wrote this down.
Yeah, did you write that down too? Yeah.
I wrote this down. I'm like, how come they got to do it? Because they don't do search it. They do Google and Apple. They get all the nice ones.
Here's the thing: Twilight couldn't afford to have Google. They have like a Oogleus or something like that.
But I don't get it because the budget's so tiny. So does Blumhouse have just like, hey, can we
an ongoing
agreement?
Yeah.
Because it's, unless of course, it's not paid advertisement, because I don't think Apple would do that. I think they don't need it. As a result, they want it more. But I really wanted to look up why some films can and can't. Because this doesn't feel like it's a highbrow film that can do it.
No, but it's also like, is Google really like, we hold out for like David Fincher films and Avatar?
the Nazi. Oh, God.
The Navi
are Googling how to make 5 films.
I love it more just in the middle of Mank. He's like, let me Google some screenwriting software.
Citizen Kane, good or bad?
Mank!
Anyway, so there's no police investigation when this man has killed himself with a pen, and Penelope's a drunk.
Yeah, Penelope gets all alcoholic-y. They then find that chick that burned people. They're like, wow, what if it's happening before?
Yeah.
And they play dirty. And I actually liked this, which is, Marky's like, we can't just ask her to come out.
Yeah.
We need to try and coax her out. And I like the fact, I actually really like the concept that she was like, I'll just wait outside your family's house until I'm dead to kill them.
Nice.
Which I was like, very dark.
Very dark.
I can understand why that would bring somebody out from hiding.
Yeah.
Thought that was clever.
Yeah. I think it's really good and a bit dark and like commit to that. But they don't really do much more of that, and it's a bit of a shame, isn't it?
Then after this, we get another little bit of the demon being nice. The demon dares the alcoholic girl. But I love how she says it, which is truth or dare, beautiful.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, the demon's sweet.
The demon's lovely.
The demon is like an LGBT alliance.
It's an ally.
Ally? That's the word?
Yeah.
Not alliance, an ally.
But real quick, just like you touched on, they find the burnt victim online. They just have like the footage of this person. Like, which news organization would allow that? It's very dark.
None.
Exactly. Anyway, the demon's gorgeous to this little girl.
Oh my god,
It's
the
like,
demon's
hey,
the sweetest little thing.
Listen, baby, we've been talking about your little drinking problem.
I think
we want to help.
Basically, the demon, I would say, is trying to get her to stop drinking.
Yeah.
And is like, I think if you finish this bottle of vodka and walk across the edge of the roof, I think you probably won't want to have another drink again in your entire life. And I went, do I need a truth or dare demon in my life?
I think we all need a bit.
I think we all need a truth or dare demon.
Honestly, it's pretty good. Anyway, so Penelope is forced to drink an entire bottle of vodka while walking around the roof.
Yeah.
The friends have got a mattress underneath trying to save her.
There's a nice camera shot.
Yeah.
Big, long camera shot up to the roof, which I thought was good.
Real quick, I think the lens choices for this film were lovely. There's a lot of nice lens flares.
You know, Blumhouse, for the most part, makes pretty, like, good-looking films. Thought Fantasy Island wasn't like... Oh, there's a handful of shots that aren't great, but it looks lush enough.
Yeah.
Like, they make the... You know what? I would say another issue I have with this director is he keeps setting horror things in, like, sunny locations. And I'm like, I don't think horror works best during the day.
Unless you, like, fully commit to, like, Midsummer and, like, do that sort of thing.
But even then, it's not like Midsummer's trying to be, like, this generic horror thing.
No.
It's like a...
spooky cult thing.
Yeah, so I feel like it kind of works for doing the daytime stuff, but, like... I don't know. I'm like, when you're doing this kind of lowbrow horror that Blumhouse kind of does, it's like, could you imagine if all of Get Out was shot during the day on a tropical island?
Yeah.
All of the suspense would be gone.
That's
like,
completely gone. Yeah. But this is when we get the rule that you can't do just truths in a... Because your thoughts is, oh, well, I'm just keep doing truth, you know, you can't really get hurt.
Yeah.
They have to do 2 truths and then 1 dare.
Yeah, so we find out that this is a rule that the other group of people had come up with.
Yes.
So what we're led to believe is they were like chilling in Mexico. They decided to go to an abandoned... They weren't lured up there.
No.
They just decided to go up.
They smashed the plate. So this is the burned person at the start. The Sam, who's brought this group up here, and their friends, who are all dead now, went to a church in Mexico, smashed up the place, and like, let's play Truth or Dare.
2 truths, 1 dare! I also just wrote my note, though, for when she's walking along the rooftop, is she starts to throw up on them underneath, and I was like, I'd stop helping. I'd be like, it's gross.
Penelope! Yuck!
I would let go of the mattress, and I'd be like, prickly fence, that's on you.
Well, because there's a spiked fence, and her thought process is, listen, it works, it shouldn't. She smashes the car into the spiked fence, making the house wobble. Penelope almost falls. Luckily, she survived.
And then she falls.
And then she falls.
I do like the fact that, because my understanding, because from this, they immediately go and meet up with the girl that set people on fire.
Yes.
And my thing is, Penelope must have gotten out of that car so fucking hammered.
Yeah.
Just being like, where even are we? Because there's a part where the fire girl has to kill Olivia.
Yes.
And I'm convinced Penelope drunkenly stumbled in front of the shop.
Oh.
She didn't take it to... She just went, oh, can I go to the oh, I've been shot. Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, because you're completely right. So, but that's the thing. She gets saved and then immediately is like accidentally killed to save Olivia. Also, the chick that has been playing the Truth or Dare game, presumably for a while now, looks like she's on meth.
Yes.
She looks like a crackhead.
I have the issue with the fact that because what happens is they integrate with the other players, right?
Yes.
So if they're doing 2 truths and a dare, right? So that would mean that because Penelope was just dared to do the roof thing, the other chick could have done truth.
Yes.
So I don't know why she picked it.
I don't know why she picked it. Because what we're meant to believe is that the first group, like Olivia's group, all have a circle, which are playing Truth or Dare.
Yeah.
But then is it actually that, what's it called, Sam's and this fire chick? Is it a separate circle, or are they a big...
I think they become a big circle.
They become a big circle.
Because the fire chick says, is this all Sam got? He should have picked more people, then I would have had a longer time.
Yes.
But then I just thought it was confusing that she picked dare.
Yeah.
Because wouldn't you do truth every time until the demon's like, no.
You gotta do dare.
And very kindly is like, oh, I am so sorry, but you have to pick dare.
You have to pick dare.
And you're like, oh, you know what? I don't even mind.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
You know, I'll do two dares. You do me. You do me.
So anyway, Olivia's then dead to fuck Tyler Posey, which I thought was hysterical. I loved it.
The demons
my god.
I love a demon that is just, you're just rooting for them.
Yeah.
Because when the demon's like, I don't know, fuck her. You're like, both of them are like, oh no. And then Marky's just like...
Marky's like, I'm fucking leaving, but Tyler Posey's like, oh no, I've already got a condom on.
He's already stripped and condomed up. He's like, oh no, I guess we'll have to fuck.
Do you reckon I wrote this, I said, do you reckon the demon's just jacking off to the side?
Oh, yeah.
But then I realized, because Olivia gets possessed by the demon and asks Tyler Posey, does he like Olivia or Marky more?
Yeah.
And so then I realized that meant Tyler Posey was inside the demon.
Oh, yeah.
So
Were you hard or just okay? Just
I was like, the demon's a horny bugger.
Oh, he's absolutely
Is Ronnie dead? And it's like, become the demon?
Ronnie's the demon. He's just like, oh, I'm in Olivia. Oh no, I'm in the man. I'm gay. I'm gay. I'm gay.
Oh no.
Ronnie's gay. Spread it. Anyway, they fuck, but it's awkward because he's like Tyler Posey. It's kind of like. I like Matt Markey, so then it kind of gets all messy again.
Yeah. So they then
also real quick. Although it sounds like a hot sex scene, Olivia's wearing a wrist cast. I think that's a bit gross. Wrist cast sex, hot.
Tyler's like, you gotta get this off.
Yeah, it's
this doesn't work for me. A hand
job with a wrist cast is not good. I imagine.
Don't like this at all.
I'm gonna keep this bit anyway. Margie gets truth or dare because it's her turn.
Yeah,
and the video of her dad that she's been watching comes to life.
Here's the thing: the demon gives her closure.
Yeah,
that's what I was like. Wow, the demon embodied a phone and the character within the phone. And was like, I love you, sweetie. Yeah. And I was like, wow, it's all she kind of like needs to hear is that she's loved. And so it's another tick for the demon.
Tick for the demon. Wow. Has this demon got like 6 ticks at the moment?
Yeah. The demon is a better person than Harden from After.
Oh, 100%. And there's murder involved for most of this. I think this demon has better morals.
Yeah, I think the demon has much better morals than that abusive dick. Here's the thing. I think who would watch this for this is going to be like, you want to figure out if you have a good boyfriend. You tick every time the demon does something your boyfriend's done.
Murderer, drug dealer. Tick.
Kill the sexual pervert. Tick. Told the truth. Tick.
Anyway, the phone says, get my gun.
Yeah.
I killed myself. Why do you keep my gun that I shot myself with? You better go get that.
She's like, I keep it because I sometimes think of doing it. And I'm like, okay, this horror film's getting a bit too dark. Off tone.
It's just tonally it felt...
Because there's a twist coming up because Olivia refuses to want to tell the truth about something.
Yeah, she's got a juicy little secret.
She does. And I love how the demon has a workaround for it.
It's not a workaround. It's such a shitty fucking thing. It's something like a year, 5 would do. Like, truth or dare. Dare.
Shit.
Oh, God. Anyway, yeah, so she's got her gun.
Yeah.
And I think...
Would they go to Guatemala?
Yeah, they're Googling what this thing is. And they somehow find a Google... So much information.
I love how much information there is on Google with monsters all the time.
Oh, it's so
a vampire's real, and it's like, oh no, this author I can easily get in contact with had an experience with a vampire.
He's just down the road. Fantastic.
So they go down there. They're like, hey, can we come inside? The person's like, oh, I'll need to go chat with the person before you can do that.
Now,
they then wait outside for an hour, only to be told they can come in, and she's written 5 pages.
Oh my God.
And I was like, is that all?
Counted 300 words for an hour. That's 1 word per minute. And you might think she's an old lady, she's got like arthritis or something. She then starts scribbling notes
very quickly,
written.
And she not only that coordinates it like a script, because she points at you when she wants you to say something, and then is like, now you complete that thought train.
It's fantastic. Honestly, great stuff. I've just written Demon Jar.
Yeah. My favorite thing is they're like, oh, the demon can possess an idea. And I'm like, what?
What? This is when the film gets a bit muddy.
My favorite thing though is they reveal that her tongue's cut out, and they just cut to awkward silence in the car trip
that's
back.
where the funniest.
It's such a funny
it's
cut.
Terrifying. Like,
Just like oh no,
they're a bit sad in the car, like rats. Yeah. So, but what we learned in the scene is that 60 years ago, the old granny was playing hide and seek, and they like knocked over a jar, released a demon, and then
because the priest would take one of the girls when they found them.
Yes,
and we find out that the chick that was the witchy one that got the demon to come and kill the priest.
Yeah.
Is the one that then put the demon back by cutting her tongue.
So you had to cut her. She had to say this like line in Spanish.
Yeah.
Cut her tongue off and put it in a jar and seal it with wax.
Yeah.
And that solved the demon.
Yeah.
So now Olivia's group have to do this now.
So they have to find Sam.
Yes, the original person who bashed up the church.
Yeah.
And now they have to put it back in.
So once they get back, they realize that gay guy now has to go dare.
Yeah.
So his dad comes along and is like, "Hey, I just love you.
Yeah,
I just want you to know that I fucking like adore you.
Yeah.
I am so keen for you to like
grow,
just grow.
Be a better
I
person.
want to be best friends with your boyfriend when you get a boyfriend. Like I think like you just wanting penis is like sick, and I'm all about it."
Bro, high five, fucking cocker. How's that?
So I'm like, why do we high five?
Bro, cocker, right?
Yeah.
But the demon's got a little bit of sense of humor.
Oh, he does. And again, I think the demon does a good thing. The demon is like, steal your dad's gun, make him beg for his life, which I think is heavy. But then I went, you know what? It's somebody that's been oppressed taking the masculinity out of his oppressor.
I like this because I was kind of like, I haven't got a reason why the demon did this.
Yeah, so I'm like, good on the demon.
Oh, good on the demon.
The demon's just like, look, you don't get off the hook because you made this kid up until he was like 21 in college come out.
Yeah.
You have...
Take away his power.
Yeah.
He's like oppressive gut. It's a very common statement on this police,
Yeah.
This demon's fantastic.
This movie might as well be performance art.
Honestly, there's interpreted dance. There's about 40-hour interpreted dancing.
Absolutely incredible. So anyway, the kid dies.
Oh, yeah.
Someone just like, I have a shot.
The white cop officer shoots the Asian character, which I think's not that relevant, but maybe Asian people.
You know what? Couldn't you shoot him in the leg?
They're not trained to do that in America.
How crazy is it they're trained to kill and not disarm?
Oh, in fairness to him, he's got a police officer and a gun. Like, I'm not... we're not going to touch into this. He gets shot.
Yeah.
Bad.
Really, what? But it's actually really sad when you think about it from the dad's perspective.
Oh,
because the dad's got to come home to his wife, and the son's mother, and go, look, he came out of the closet to me the other day.
Yeah,
he clearly hadn't been in a good mental place. He pulled out a gun on me, and my partner had no choice but to shoot him. Yeah. Which is so fucking grim and torturous.
Is the first red flag for the demon. But let's turn it back around.
But the demon didn't pull the trigger. He didn't. That's the thing. The demon didn't pull the trigger.
And also, now this couple's going to have another kid, and they're going to raise it better.
Yeah.
This demon has set a chain of events. What a beautiful demon. There's a big secret, Carl. Yeah. What's Olivia's big secret?
So, Olivia had like a hard day. She wanted to come see Marky. Marky wasn't home. But Marky's dad was. And so the dad was like, hey, do you want like a glass of red? And put on this robe. And she's like, oh, no, not really. I don't really drink. And he's like, really, the robe is silk and it's like Cabernet.
It's a Cabernet, Olivia.
Yeah,
drink it up.
Cabernet. It's aged and I've let it breathe all day. And she's like, fine, I'll have one glass. They're big glasses. They're those glasses that hold like half bottles of wine. And comical. He fills it all the way up to the brim and she has to slurp it from the top. She can't pick up the glass, she has to go
like a little dog. It's getting a bit weird sexually.
Until it dips down a bit, then she's able to... I'm painting a picture!
The picture's painted.
She has it, and then the dad's like, hey, should me and you maybe do a bit of something? She's like, no, I don't want to. He's like, come on. She's like, no, I don't want to. He's like, hey.
In the words of Ron, touch my cock.
To which she's like, oh god, Marky'd be better off if you were dead, because you're a fucking creep. You're disgusting.
Kill yourself.
Kill yourself. Walks away. And then before she could say anything about what the father was doing to her, he does kill himself that night. So here's the thing. I think it's a weird secret to keep in terms of the fact that it makes the dad so terrible. That I think makes that whole plotline unsympathetic. The dad was trying to force himself on an underage girl.
Yeah.
So I don't really know why we should really be connecting with like Marky's grief now.
I think it's totally a bit weird because the suicidal stuff doesn't. It feels a bit
There's
inappropriate.
a weird mix of some heavy stuff in this that just doesn't gel.
No,
it's really weird.
When people are killing themselves and no one's like sad or anything, and then you throw in the suicide, like it just feels very grim. Yeah. I get because she's like, listen, for a bet, I get her situation. I'm personally been through this exact situation, but. Like, I get why
you've personally been through it?
No, yeah, no, I personally... there's a demon...
Oh, okay, I was like... Oh,
oh goodness.
Oh, no.
You were on your phone reading, going, suicide. Oh, shut up, Oscar. Get to the fun bits. We take Sam to the... So they get everyone... They find Sam in this, like, crack den. They get a gun and like, hey, you're coming to Mexico. He's like, alright.
I don't want to go to Mexico. It's also where I noticed Marky just leaves rooms crying the entire film.
Oh.
She's constantly like, I hate you! Walks outside. Hey, I'm better now. And like, oh, I fucked your boyfriend. I hate you!
Yeah, I'm gonna run off and watch this video with my dad for
I'm better now. I'm happy. Your dad tried to fuck me. I hate you! I'm like, oh, poor Marky. Just, she's just such a whiny character, unfortunately.
I hope nothing bad happens to her.
So, Carter... Marky, Olivia, and Tyler Posey.
Yes, Tyler Posey.
Tyler Posey.
And Sam.
He's Carter, right? Or is Carter and Sam? He's got two names.
I think his name is Sam,
Anyway, so they all decide to go to the old rickety crackdown of a whatever it is.
Of
an old church where they originally partied. He's like, oh man, fucking laid pipe here.
Sam's just like, guys, I cannot tell you how much fucking poonanny I got at this old abandoned church. When I was smashing up the place, the girls were wet. I can tell you now.
You see what's broken over there? That's my ass. My ass did that. I had a thick booty outside of these jeans. Anyway, so what's the haps? What do you need me to do? And they're like, hey, cut out your tongue, put it in this wax thing, and everything will be over.
And he's like, all right.
Anyway, and he's like,
yeah. So, but the demon's kind of figuring it out. So there's one last dare. There was like one more round. We're up to
Tyler Posey.
And, yep.
So what's his face? Carter or Sam slices open his tongue.
Yeah. Well, he's reading out the seven.
Yeah, he's
Spanish
reading out. He's
things.
doing great Spanish. I don't know if that's established. He's just reading it from the page. Sounds great. Like I listened to Harry Potter Spanish audiobook of him.
Stephen Fry in Spanish. That's what you're listening to.
Oh god, could you imagine if Carter was played by Stephen Fry? Oh, the dynamic of the movie.
Imagine if Ron was played by Stephen Fry.
Could you imagine if everyone was played by Stephen Fry? Oh!
No, never change Ron. He's the greatest
never
character.
change Stephen Fry. Don't put him in this.
Yeah, so now it's back to it. The demon's fighting back. And I think they have to do dare. Is that correct? They have to do dare because they don't have troops.
Either way, so Tyler gets dared to kill one of the girls.
Yep.
He can't choose, so the demon possesses him.
Yep.
Kills Carter, who's cut out his tongue for no reason.
Yeah, he's like slicing his tongue.
Am
I doing good?
It looks like we're doing great. Would you be able to slice open your tongue?
He does it very effortlessly. Like he's like
you got to do it in one foul swoop.
Yeah, I think so. Because Olivia's like, she hasn't told him what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
and then right at the end's like, oh, cut your tongue out. He's like, okay, I guess this is what happens now. But yeah, he's like, he's not...
You know what I would love is the amount of people that are retroactively like, if you're in like a group of friends and they're like, who hasn't done the fucking cleaning up, and you'd be like, oh, I got dare. And Dare told me not to clean up.
They use
as a
excuse.
scapegoat.
Truth, you're being a bitch. I got a truth. I got a
I'm
truth.
sorry, I just said that. You look like fucking shit today. Oh my god, I just got truth.
But Sam cut his tongue out, but the thing, and yeah, it still lingers a little bit.
It's while the demon's still around. You're such a fucking slut.
Oh
no, I dared to say that.
I didn't even want to, but take it on board because this demon has really good feedback.
The demon's really great. Bit of a fashion icon. The demon hates what you're wearing, but that's just from the demon's POV. Alright?
Anyway.
So then Tyler Posey turns around, slices open his own throat.
Yes.
So Tyler's out of the picture.
Tyler's gone.
Carter's gone, which means the demon is now in Marky.
Yes.
And Marky's dead to kill Olivia? Or shoot Olivia.
She's, dead. But Olivia has a plan.
Right. And her plan is to dodge a shot for it to work.
And we don't really understand what she's going to do. I don't know how she figures this. I don't know why this works, but the demon's like, I dare you to shoot Olivia. Then Olivia, hits her gun as she shoots her. And then, for some magical reason, Olivia's like, all right, demon, now it's your turn.
Yeah.
Truth or dare. And the demon kind of goes, huh?
Whoa, what? That's not how this works. Oh, no.
Oh, goodness. And
this is where you're like, oh, okay, this is the way in which they're going to be able to escape.
Yeah.
In terms of her just being like, how do we defeat you?
Yeah.
And the demon's truth is, oh, you can't.
Yeah. He goes, how do we defeat you? The demon goes, you fucking can't. I didn't think you could do this. Go nuts. But anyway, so then they go, oh.
So all hope is lost.
Yes.
What does she do?
Hey, Carl. Do you remember that little YouTube channel she has?
Oh, what? Is everything paying off?
Oh, everything is paying off. Because I don't know about you, but how many environmental sustainability YouTube channels are you subscribed to? Myself, personally, about 40. And most of them have over 3 billion subscribers. So luckily...
Hang on, sorry. Let me just... Is she... I've got Tasty. It's the only one I'm subscribed to.
Could you imagine if you had a Tasty video and she go, alright guys, moves over the glass bowls and the chicken parmesan. Guys, you gotta, alright, truth or dare, guys. Yeah, so she looks into the camera and she somehow broadcasts the whole... Who would click on this video
Oh my
first
God.
off? Yeah, imagine you saw it as a YouTube video saying... Actually, I tell you what, it was a YouTube video that said, don't watch this.
Yeah.
Maybe it could work, but I think she tiles it like, plants, how are they doing? And then everyone in the world that watches this video
is now subjected to dying, pretty much.
Is now
because the game just goes till you're fucking dead to die.
Yeah. So the whole world is infected. Oh, very topical. With Truth or Dare.
Yeah. She had 4.5 million subs.
Did she actually?
I was trying to look at it. I thought it looked like 4.5.
Yeah.
So fucking take me to town on it. But I think it's 4.5.
You're getting a lot of people watching this video.
Yeah, well, it shows everybody around the world on different green screens. Just two people standing on a highway.
Okay, and then the film ends. Do you have...
Because she chose the world. Sorry, she chose her friend over the world.
Yeah.
Which recontextualizes all of the nice little things that she did, where she was like, oh, do I do 1 week of humanitarian work or a few weeks with a lot of people? Would I choose for aliens to kill all of us or kill the world?
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Well, it's not the world, it's Mexico. It's a bit weird, that one. I don't know why they didn't do the world.
Yeah.
It's strange.
So...
But yeah, so real quick, could you think of a better ending? Because I immediately thought of one that somehow they the demon gets dare, has to do dare.
Well, that's the thing. They inbuilt a plan in which you can only do 2 truths and then you'll compulsory have to do a dare.
Yeah.
So they would truth or dare the demon into the dare segment.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, you only have to do a dare. And the dare would be, hey, stop doing this.
Yeah. It's a bit weird, but
yeah.
At least that's
I guess it's more grim. That's it was the horror endings, more people die.
Yeah, but...
I would have rather the 2 of them just die there, I guess.
Do you think that... Yeah, me too. Do you think there was a lot of...
Here's the thing, they haven't escaped it. It just will come back around to them eventually,
yeah,
right?
But they're like, well, there's a million people doing truth, and the whole world's gonna be in chaos because people are all gonna be doing these truth or dares.
Yeah,
and
they kind of fucking end the world.
Yeah, pretty much. Because I'm sure that video's gonna keep cycling. People are like, hey, if you watch
it'd be
this
like
video...
The Ring, right?
Yeah, it'd be like, The Ring, exactly. You watch this YouTube video about plants, and you're gonna die.
Oh, wow, I want to help the world. Oh no, what's this?
Rats.
Truth or dare. And then one random extra gets the smiley face, and you're like, oh no.
Yeah.
Looks like the world's in peril. That's it. Sure. You got a sequel?
Yeah, it's just like the demon's kind of like, whoa, this is a lot of work. I think I'm gonna like minimize the death things, just kind of like casually, just like little self improvements.
Oh, you
brush
know
your
what
teeth.
the ending should be? Is they double dog dare the demon.
Yeah.
So the demon has to do what is also dead. You know that
Wow,
rule of double
yeah,
dog dare?
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck,
wow.
I cracked it.
God, and it's already perfect. The sequel,
Hollywood, hire me.
The sequel's called Double Dog
Double Dog Dare.
Double Dog Dare, Truth or Dare. It
Double Dog Dare, The Revenge of Kitty Galore, and it's secretly a Cats and Dogs 3.
Ooh, I like it.
And or 4, I don't know how many there are.
Let's lock in 6.
So yeah, you got a sequel idea? I would do the hide and seek. I'd watch it.
Would you watch it?
Yeah.
But then it's just kind of like a hacker slasher.
If it was as silly as...
What's the consequence? Like, you're hiding from a monster to die, but like the whole thing is they don't do the truth, they have to die. So if you don't hide, but then you'll be found. Like, are you just hiding? I can't, like, it's a fun
Here's the
premise.
thing, I feel like you could do it in the span of it's like you have to hide, and like the demon only has 60 seconds to find you or something.
It's
you know?
tough for the demon.
Yeah.
Oh man, where are you?
Yeah.
Come on, I helped you with your boyfriend and your drinking problem.
Grr. Yeah, look, I'll tell you right now, it's kind of hard to spin the demon in a good light.
Yo, yeah.
But up until this point, I think the demon's really good.
Let me do that while Carl dies over here. I think the demon's great.
Truth or dare? I've been dead to die coughing. I don't have corona, I swear. But do we know?
Do we know? We'll get tested right now on the podcast. 3, 2, and we're back. Carl, did you have it?
Turns out we all have it.
We're like this truth or dare. If we cough into a mic, people get corona. That's how it spreads so quickly.
Here, we're the infectious ones, so we have to ask who would watch this. People turn to their friends with just a sad face.
Yeah.
Who would watch this?
I don't know. Some sad nerds, some sweaty nerds in a basement.
Hey.
You know it's a good segue?
Alright, Oscar, who would watch this?
Okay. Just real. I don't think it's very scary.
No.
There's there's 4 of those boom jump scares which people kind of hate. But they're never like, I don't know, like I feel like everyone's a bit desensitized to them now.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like she opens a door and it makes that noise. She's like, oh hey, sorry, this weird noise, but boom, went like that. I think if you don't like playing on Truth or Dare with people, and then you show people that do like playing this film, they'll be scared and won't want to play Truth or Dare anymore. So it's for a very specific person if you really don't like Truth or Dare to scare your friends out of playing it. Because I don't know, are you going to play Truth or Dare soon? Are you a bit spooked?
Yes.
And that's the impact of the film. It's really specific.
I'm terrified, I guess. Here's what I won't do. Go up to a church, fuck people and party, and then free a demon. You reckon they could come up with a better way as to how it got released?
Yeah, it's a bit lazy. They don't even show it. I mean, like, it's just a bit lame.
It is. It's all just a tad lame. As for who I think would watch this, I think you gotta paint a scenario, in which I'm gonna do it right now.
Oh god. Alright. So
Here's what we go.
Let's get a canvas.
I'm Carl, I'm a father, and I'm in the kitchen chopping. Oh, hello, son. Hiya, Dad. I've got a sleepover tonight. Oh, really? Yeah. Except I think they're gonna be playing Truth or Dare when I go. Oh, really? I don't know how to play, Dad. Oh, I could tell you, or I could show you. Puts on the film, the kid watches, learns the rules, has a confidence boost for the party.
What you're explaining there is a 4-minute YouTube video on how to play Truth or Dare. And I'll say it right now, the title of the game alone...
No, because this is...
No, you're not going to watch a... Also, why was your boy a Western Middle Southern... Dad.
This is how it's going to work, though. Because the parents are going to be like, hey, Carl, we have some problems with your son. All the kids got together, they played Truth or Dare. You are aware they're 8. And I'm like, yeah, well, your son dared 2 children to fuck. And climb on the roof and scull a bottle of vodka. Where's that coming from? And I'm going to be like, Blumhouse.
Blumhouse did it. Well, actually, it's funny, actually. My small child actually got really drunk at this cursed church. smashed up a beat of shit, fucked a girl, and then knocked over this little jar. And it's kind of a curse he's got, you know. It's kind of like, you know, like autism. It's a bit annoying.
I hate to say it because I said that Christians would like the last movie after, but I think they'd like this one because I think it would deter vandalizing Mexican churches.
You know what? Again, the demon strikes again. A positive message. Don't break into a Mexican church and screw it up.
I think if you're over Paranormal Activity Insidious and watching movies with the demons not doing kind deeds, watch Truth or Dare.
Yeah.
Would I party with the demon? Yeah. Yeah, I think I would.
Honestly, though, but I think you'd have to...
Has it got a fun name like Zuzu?
Zoo.
I think it had a fun name. I didn't write it down, but I just thought of Zuzu.
Was it Zeke or something like that?
Yeah.
Something fun. It wasn't Zeke.
It was Tim Allen's Zoom.
That's why she cut off her tongue. She just didn't want to see Tim Allen's
Surprise she didn't cut out her eyes. What did the priest do next? Oh, they powered up the DVD player. Oh no!
In 1904!
They picked a Tim Allen film. Oh no! Was it the best episodes of Home Improvement? No.
They don't exist.
Zoom.
It's just an empty DVD case.
Oh god. Did we start watching Tim Allen films?
Maybe.
Can you name any?
I mean, Toy Story, but
Christmas with the Cranks. I'm trying to think of the
Santa
one.
Claus.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, though,
that's all of them.
Yeah, that's all of them. I think Tick.
Tick?
Oh, sorry, no, the Shaggy Dog.
Oh, of course, that's a hit.
That's a hit.
If you want to know where Robert Downey Jr. got his start in film, don't try to tell me he had a career before that.
No.
Don't try to tell me he had a career before the
Charlie
Shaggy
Chaplin,
Dog.
fuck off. He was picked up from that, and John Favreau was like, yoink.
Don't tell me that he was in the Rodney Dangerfield classic Back to School. Don't tell me that, listeners. God.
They're emailing, firing away. Also, what a great transition.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, can you guys stop fucking emailing us? We're getting too many. We don't have fucking time for you.
Honestly, we got, how many was it, Carl?
Oh, 0.
And I've been I can't delete them quick enough. I keep
the
refreshing, and it's such exhausting.
Here's the thing: we're getting so bored. We're pre-answering questions in case we're asked, writing emails and being like, "Hey, just so I don't have to ask you in like a month's time when we get an email, what's your opinion on
the
insert film
1974 film
Metropolis?"
Yeah. Well, good. We have a whole 4-hour episode on that.
Terrific. You go.
God, just exhausting. What was your palate cleanser, Carl?
Should we classify the listeners that if they're like, wow, this episode kind of went off the rails as it went. Most of it was recorded in the morning at 11 p.m. The rest is at midnight.
And I wanted you guys to know we have just edited out 12 hours.
Oh,
We started strong. It devolved into this really weird rant about, I don't know, the Shaggy Dog.
Oh, God.
What, about 12 hours of that? And then we're like, oh shit, Truth or Dare. What do you think, Carl?
Didn't love it.
Didn't love it.
Oscar, you got a palate cleansey?
I do. And I was going to do a great segue from Robert Downey Jr., but we've passed that now. So now it's not even a segue, it's a very long bike.
The opposite of a segue?
Yeah.
Like a tandem bicycle?
Yes. Doubling down on that. I watched Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, Carl.
When? Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Did you tell me that?
Yeah. Oh, no, I don't think I told you that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Go on, what'd you think?
Yeah, I loved it. It's fantastic.
It's great.
It's by the guy who's done Nice Guys, and I think every buddy cop film that's kind of okay.
He got a shit ton of money for like The Long Kiss Goodnight. I think that's like notorious as one of like the highest selling spec scripts.
Really? So he's a script writer more.
Yeah. He's done like tons. I think he also does like a lot of like ghost writing.
Yeah, it's just a really fun little like not romantic, like little thriller comedy. It's
I love
really
Val Kilmer. I love Val Kilmer.
Honestly, I was gonna say like why I've loved it so
man.
much. I think Val Kilmer in like 2005, he's playing this gay character that I think
is it Gay Jerry? Gay Perry?
Gay Perry. I think it's the best.
You can look out for Gay Perry having his younger version having a little cameo in Nice Guys next time.
Really?
Yeah.
That's really fun. Is it Val Kilmer?
It just looked no, it's like somebody that they've cast that looks exactly like him to look like a younger version.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, simple story. Like Robert Downey Jr. is just he's like a crook, and then he somehow stumbles onto a case, and Val Kilmer is this like gay detective, and they both try and just accidentally solve this like massive murder mystery thing.
Yeah.
And I think it's really fun.
I remember there's a part where there's like a dead body in the back of the car and they accidentally drive it into the lake or something like that.
Yeah.
I just remember the thing that's like, where it's like, hey, if you looked up in the dictionary the definition of the word idiot, and he's like, oh, I don't know, I guess you'd find a picture of me. And he's like, no, you find the definition of the word idiot, which was you fucking are.
There's some great lines that really
It's a ripper.
I think it's fantastic.
Oh, God.
Yourself, Kyle?
I hate it because my palate cleansers, I watched Hubie Halloween.
Oh, well, how for an Adam Sandler film, you don't seem like you...
I didn't hate it as much as I thought I was going to. I didn't love it. It's not great. It's got, like, I like the mood of it, and I don't mind kind of like the twist at the end and a handful of scenarios in it, but it's still very weak. I think it's probably one of the better ones on Netflix. If you discount Uncut Gems from that, it's like probably murder mystery than Hubie Halloween. It'd be infinitely better if you didn't have that annoying voice.
Oh, I
can't handle him doing voices anymore.
No, I recently watched what's the one that people like but isn't Billy
Billy Madison.
I didn't realize he does that voice. I didn't realize the extent he does that voice. I didn't realize that's the whole...
His voice is worse than Hubie Halloween. It's one of my least favorites he's done. It's like Little Nicky or Sandy Wexler level bad voice.
Why does he do that? It worked in the 90s, I guess. On rewatches, I don't think it works.
Well, I read somewhere like Hubie was like they didn't name him, but he's doing a character he created on SNL. I don't know if that's true. I think I read that in the trivia on IMDb.
He's been just doing that for like the last 30 years.
But yeah. So yeah, that's a thing.
Recommend?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Would you ever rewatch it?
No.
Goodness. Any positives for it?
I genuinely like the mood.
Mm-hmm.
There's one good gag that I like, which is that's like the weather station or the news station, and they're all dressed in costume, and every single girl on it has gone as Harley Quinn. And they keep being like, now to the weather, and they're like, oh my god, are you also Harley Quinn? It's like, it's the time of year to get our slut on. Harley's out there. They cut to like some other reporter, and they're like, oh, I'm also Harley Quinn. Like,
that's pretty funny.
So I thought that was okay. And June Squibb, we
love her.
Give her a fucking Oscar for the film. I'll tell you right now. She's that good in it. She just wears shirts that are like, dangle your saggy balls in my face and things like that. And she's like, I got it for free. And just in it. And I'm like, you've just disrespected her so much. I'm gonna fucking spoil it, right? You're not gonna watch it, are you?
I wasn't not. No.
Yeah, cool. If you're listening right now and you don't want Hubie Halloween to be spoiled
People
for
watching
you,
Truth or Dare, I don't mind the whole thing. Whoa! Stop now.
You can check out right now, and you can listen to fucking Swept Away next week. But the twist is, so June Squibb is Hubie's mum.
Mm-hmm.
She's the one that's been doing it all because she hated how much Hubie's been disrespected through all the Halloweens by all the townspeople and how selfish they are.
Wow.
She then attempts to try and burn them all alive, which was pretty grim. And then it turns out she's a witch and floats away into the forest.
Does that work? I feel like that was a good twist.
I didn't see it coming, probably because my defense was down because I thought the movie was dumb.
Yeah.
And there's also a good... Oh, you know what it is? And this is something I liked. It pays off a ton of characters throughout all of the Adam Sandler films.
Really? So which ones?
Like it just brings back a lot of those actors, and they're all playing similar. It begins with it opens with Ben Stiller from Happy Gilmore reprising his role, and a huge handful of others like coming back into it to do other things.
That's pretty good.
I thought Steve Buscemi's like plot doesn't go anywhere, but he's kind of fun in it. Like there's a handful.
He's so much fun in not Happy Gilmore. What's the one?
Ghost Town, Ghost World.
No, the other Adam Sandler film.
He's in a lot.
He's in the one that Billy Madison. They has just
he is
the
good.
gun
in
is
Billy
like
Madison.
Not today. I thought that.
That is a
honestly,
hilarious guy.
Saved that. Honestly, that movie I'm happy with
because he does the shot at the end, right?
That's a great. Honestly, the whole first like 40 minutes, I'm like yuck, and then that bitch, I'm like, oh god, that's pretty funny.
Oh yeah. Anyway, that's all from me this week.
Yeah, nice. Cool. And next week we're gonna be reviewing. I don't think you heard it. Swept Away,
I think is what it's called.
Madonna's...
Swept Away 2 or just Swept Away?
Just Swept Away.
Is it the Guy Ritchie one?
No. Oh no, it's Madonna. Is
Yeah, but because Madonna was married to Guy Ritchie, and I'm like, I feel like
I don't
he
think
might.
he directed it. I don't think so. At least.
I have a feeling he might have.
Really?
He fucking did. He wrote and directed it.
No, he did not.
Holy shit! Yeah. I don't even know what it's about. A snooty socialite is stranded on a Mediterranean island with a communist sailor.
I watched the trailer.
Did you? Elizabeth Banks is in it.
Yeah.
Wow.
It looks like a 1980s.
Oh, it's a
TV
remake.
movie. It looks like a 19. Oh, a remake.
Yeah.
Then I watched the remake. Wow. Well,
It's a remake from a movie made in 1974, and this one's made in 2002.
It didn't look 2002.
Yeah, it doesn't look great.
No.
It's crazy they were together. I guess. Well, do you do her music videos? Maybe
He did all his music videos.
Yeah. Wow.
And then he finally left and made it.
And then he was like, I want to pursue my passion of doing Aladdin.
He read the script. We got Will Smith.
Will Smith is a genie? Oh, shit. Oh, God. Anyway, I guess we'll go down a Guy Ritchie train next week.
Oh, yeah, I guess we will.
Because that's one where I was looking at my letterbox and I've seen, apart from that, 100% of all of his other films.
Fantastic. That's really cool. All right.
Interesting. So I guess we'll talk about that. Thank you for listening, guys.
Thank you
Love
for listening.
ya.
See you next week. Goodbye.
Email me. Alright guys, thank you for listening. Tell your friends about us. Maybe one day we'll read out your weather. You can find us on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and YouTube.
And if you have a film you'd like us to review or questions you'd like to ask, email us at askwwwtpodcast@gmail.com.
You can leave us 5 stars on iTunes or any sort of praise anywhere. It helps new listeners find us and our egos grow.
Alternatively, don't do anything and see if we care.
Yep, ball's in your court.
Thanks for listening.
See you next week.